What is going on, my friends? Cubs fan Han here for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. This is going to be a multi-purpose video. I've had so much going on this month, and I realized I did not have time to make the full top 25 video for you guys like I do every single month. Now, my pollsters did vote on the list, and so I'm going to share the list with you in this video. I'm just not going to do a full analysis for you this time. There's just been so much going on. For those who care, I want you to see the list. I'll give a couple quick impressions of it, but what I need to get to is talking about Canderous Ordo at Gear 13 because this man is dope. And of course, if you guys are enjoying my content, please go ahead and hit like on this video. I would like to set a goal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit 1,000 likes on this video. I think we can do it. I've been working with my buddy Clash, who actually runs a Discord server for Scoundrels. You may recognize him. He actually is the one who brought us the Clone Wars Chewbacca team that managed to beat Jedi Revan. I'm showing you a little bit of footage of that right now here at the start of this video. That's the guy we're working with here who is able to get us this Canderous Ordo footage, and so huge props to him for going out there and taking Canderous Ordo to Gear 13. But before I get to any of that, I did want to give a quick call out that if any of you are struggling with your mods for the Geonosis Territory Battle or Grand Arena Championships, please consider contacting Pimpo, who does full roster remods. This is an amazing service that I've taken advantage of and that has really benefited my roster. There's so many different components to mods, it's hard to keep it all straight, and if you're struggling at all, he is somebody who goes in and does hundreds of accounts, well over 500 accounts now, getting those mods completely optimized. Check it out, link down below in the description. Alright, let's talk about the top 25 list real quick and we'll get to this Canderous team. Starting with number 25 for the month of June, Bosk. 24, Jolie Bindo. 23, Jedi Knight Anakin. 22, R2-D2, HK-47, BB-8, Darth Sion. We've got Enfys Nest, Bastila, and then General Grievous coming in at number 16, his first appearance on the poll. That's the first thing I want to talk about. All of you Grievous owners are happy with this rework, and especially with Gear 13 considerations. Grievous is finally making it on the list. I think he's probably going to be higher next month as people see even more Gear 13 Grievous. Darth Nihilus at 15, Han Solo at 14, General Kenobi at 13, Rey Jedi Training at 12. 11 is C-3PO. Darth Trey at number 10. Chewbacca at number 9, Padme at number 8, 7 is Commander Luke Skywalker, 6 is Yoda, that's where he was last month. Grand Admiral Thrawn comes in at number 5, the pollsters have repented, and they had Thrawn at number 7 last month. I thought that was too low for Thrawn. Thrawn's back up in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, we can all rest easy. Bastila Fallen is in at number 4, I think that's deserving, and then Jedi Knight Revan, his lowest rank ever, in at number 3. Darth Malak has dethroned him this month. He is now at number 2, followed by Darth Revan at number 1. And honestly, I think that the pollsters have this wrong, in my opinion. I think that Darth Malak is the number 1 character in this game over Darth Revan, but they're giving preference to the leader ability. So, there's a lot to unpack there. I'd love to digest it more, but let's get to this Canderous Ordo team. Now, I think a lot of people, Canderous, when we saw the stat boosts on SWGoH.gg or look through the mod boosts that you get, or the stat boosts you get through the Gear 13 Plus pieces, some people noticed that Canderous Ordo actually gets a very solid boost. And when I made my top 10 characters to take to Gear 13, I didn't give a ton of consideration to Canderous, which is probably shame on me, especially considering he actually percentage-wise gets the best boost in this game in damage. And so my buddy Clash here, he took the plunge. As a result, he's a big Scoundrel fan. He owns a Scoundrel server, like I said already. He's kind of been responsible for a lot of Scoundrel theory crafting. He went out, took the plunge, and put his Canderous at Gear 13, and he has not regretted it. Now, I'm showing you the mods here right now. Obviously, you're going to want to have your Canderous Ordo at a very high damage. He's got crit damage on him. You're going to want to do a ton of offensive modding, if at all possible. Now, the team he's running here, this is actually a really interesting team comp. He's running Kira lead. He's got Canderous Ordo in there, of course, and then he's got Hoda in here and Bastila Shan, which are very curious characters to put in there because they're not Scoundrels. But the whole idea behind this team and why this team works is it's all centered on getting as much damage as you can over to Canderous Ordo, both in the form form of buffs and in the form of assisting. Hermit Yoda and Bastila do both of those. Hermit Yoda right at the beginning is going to be able to apply Master's Training to Canderous Ordo, which is going to help. Kira's also going to be able to call assists, and so will Bastila Shan. And so you're going to want to always target Canderous Ordo, and you can see here through this footage that when he's got the mods just right, he is able to crit 3 times in a row for upwards of 40, 50, sometimes more, 1,000 damage per crit once he gets rolling. That is absolutely bananas. Now, of course, as you notice, L337 is also on this team. She's a scoundrel. She's going to mainly benefit this team because she's going to have that cleanse and survivability and taunt, kind of keep the attention off Canderous. And, of course, it's a persistent taunt that comes back over and over again, so that's really nice. But really the main damage components of this team are going to be Kira, Bastila Fallen, and Hermit Yoda feeding, assisting over to Canderous Ordo. You want to get that happening as much as humanly possible. Speed-wise, Canderous, not as important on the speed. Focus 100% on the damage, but you do want to have Kira pretty fast and your Hermit Yoda very fast. Hermit Yoda should be able to go very quickly in battle. He's one of the fastest characters in this game, and so you benefit tremendously getting a Master's Training over on Canderous Ordo as fast as possible. You want Kira to be fast as well. When Canderous Ordo hits, when he hits crits twice, I should say, she gains 15% turn meter and a solid speed boost, and so Kira should be able to go pretty early as well in the battle. You get her fast enough. Hoda's going to be able to go very early, hopefully first, give Canderous Ordo a turn. Kira should be able to go very soon after that if you've got enough speed on her. And then you use joint operations, of course, to go ahead and call Canderous to hit again, and again. Canderous then has an offensive boost, both from Kira's lead and Master's Training, and he's going to be humming, especially by the time Bastila's turn comes around. Now, quick note about Bastila. He did move his Bastila Fallen's mods over to Canderous Ordo so that he could get a ton of speed on Bastila, or on light side Bastila as well. So good to have speed on her. The sooner you get those buffs on him, the better. You guys know the benefit of light side Bastila's buffing. Now he is hoping to try this out with Wat Tambor instead of Bastila. Obviously that's not possible yet. I can't even do that on my test account because I can't do the special missions, and Capital Games won't send me anything on the test account because I guess the Changers program is dead or whatever. But anyway, now a quick note on compositions here. I'm showing this against several different teams. He was able to beat a Darth Revan team. Now, I think it's probably notable here, and something that I think needs to be unpacked with all of these characters. So-and-so is amazing at Gear 13 is... Yeah, okay, so Canderous is great at Gear 13. He's beating a Darth Revan team that's all Gear 12. There's no Gear 13 over there yet. And so, is it really that notable that he's beating Darth Revan? I think it is, but I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like when this whole Scoundrel team is at Gear, or I guess part hybrid Scoundrel team with Bastila and Hermit Yoda. Once everybody's at Gear 13... on both sides, what's the difference going to be? And my guess is that the scales will tip a little bit more in favor of Darth Revan, especially with the boost that Malak gets, which is pretty crazy. And so I'm not thinking this is really something that I want to say this is destroying Darth Revan and invest in this so that you can have an answer for Darth Revan and Malak. But look at how it's doing against everything. This is a very versatile offensive team. It's able to handle a lot of different teams out there. And so it might be a good trump card to hold on to for Grand Arena. Maybe maybe you've got your Darth Revan counter figured out. Maybe you use your own Darth Revan, maybe use something else. But being able to use something like this for that other team that shows up that you don't have anything else for, using characters you don't use often, would be very nice. For a lot of people, probably not realistic to give Gear 13 to Canderous right away, but this is... when I cover this, I really want you guys to know what characters are valuable and what can they add to your roster, because this game is about more than Arena now. I want to have my full Arena team at Gear 13, don't get me wrong, but I don't think my first 5 Gear 13 characters are going to be only Arena characters. I'm probably going to do 2 from my Arena and then move into some other Grand Arena teams and try to find ways to boost my effectiveness in Grand Arena in other ways. This is a good example of that, because what what we see here is a team, because of a Gear 13 boost and some, really great strategy on the part of Clash here, we're able to beat this many meta teams, which in my view, very, very notable and impactful to see something like that in the game. All right, my friends, I'm anxious to hear what you guys think. Tell me what your experiences are like in GOTB as well. A lot of people are struggling with that. It's very hard, very endgame content. I actually personally think that's great. I don't want to beat everything first time. I don't want to beat everything second time. I'd like to have a lot to work towards, and even being in a very endgame guild, one of the top guilds in the game, it's pretty cool to look at this and be like, this is a challenge for us. This is really challenging. So I think it's fun. I'm having fun with it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you did like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And as always, my brothers, don't forget
my dead body. Sorry about the mess.